hello. I'm Tonetta, your relationship coach and Speak Your Truth, and I'm glad you made it to this video. This video is talking about 7 tips for successful date nights. Like I said, I'm definitely glad that you made it here. I'm glad that you clicked that button and the link that got you here in order to find out how you can, of course, start doing your date nights and how you can, of course, have successful date nights, especially if you haven't had one at all or if you haven't had one in a long time. Like I said, these 7 tips will definitely get you on your path to, of course, getting them scheduled, making your date nights, and making them, of course, more consistent. And as I will say, as I always say, date nights are a necessity and not an option. So let's get into these 7 tips, y'all. The first tip is, of course, to make it affordable. You don't have to break your bank and break your wallet in order to have a date night. You don't have to spend thousands or hundreds or $75 or $25, anything like that. You can have these date nights for free as long as you have the items at home to use. If you all want to make a dinner together, a nice romantic dinner together, then do that. You don't have to go out and buy any items unless you don't have the food at home to make the item, to make the dinner with. If you do, make something nice and make something simple. Or unless you want to bake together, that's also a date night. It could be a date day, it doesn't have to be in the evening, but whatever time you decide. But like I said, the date nights do not have to be anything that's, like I said, breaking your bank. You have to go scrape up money and you're going way over budget, that kind of thing. Unless you want to go on a vacation or do something different or go stay at a hotel, something like that. Like I said, but you definitely can do these things for free. There's always, of course, free parks outside that you can go walk in. I know this is the time of, the global pandemic, but like I said, it's nearing the end. People are getting vaccines and that kind of thing as well. And like I said, you can still go to the park, walk around, wear your mask if you like, that kind of thing as well, just to make sure you're keeping yourself safe. But let's keep in mind that these date nights do not have to cost. There is also nature trails, I'm sure, in your area. There may be swimming pools somewhere, I don't know, in your area that you can use for free or for $5 or that kind of thing if it's good weather. Or if you all want to go skating or that kind of thing for $5. Like I said, $5 or $10. That's definitely a good activity that you all can do. But like I said, you definitely don't have to break the bank and have extravagant steak dinners at a restaurant every week or that kind of thing at all. No, you don't have to. Just make sure that it's keeping within your budget. And you all are being creative, finding some things that you all can do within your own city. I always talk about staycation and be a tourist of your own town. You can always do that. There's all kind of museums and but art museums, history museums that we have here in my area too. I'm sure you all have them as well, the zoo and stuff like that as well. But so make sure that you all are utilizing all those free places that you all can use, and of course, like I said, use for free or low cost, so that you all won't have to break the bank and spend a lot of money for your date nights. So like I said, number one, make them affordable. Number two, decide when you're going to schedule it. I know as a relationship coach, I'm always talking about once a week and that kind of thing. Of course, you don't have to do it once a week if you cannot do so, especially if time doesn't allow, and especially if you're trying to spend money and that kind of thing, if that doesn't allow either. But usually it's the time, especially when you have kids and other obligations that's going on, like I said. But just make sure that you're scheduling the date nights at least twice a month. At the least, I would say, like I said, that's just my recommendation. I know some couples may do once a month, but at least a few times a month, whatever you can get in, but just make sure that you're scheduling it, even if it's 3 times a month. But like I said, make sure that you're, of course, scheduling the date night for a time that's mutually beneficial for both. You all have to sit down and talk about this and figure out what day time you're going to have it. You can have it every Saturday, I guess, for brunch, or every Sunday at brunch, or every Saturday at dinner, every Thursday night for dinner, or Wednesday at at noon for lunch. If you all work like in the same building or close to each other, or have a business together, like I said, you can cut that time an hour and a half, hour time to go out and have lunch or that kind of thing during the day if you can. But like I said, definitely decide when to schedule it and then get it on your calendar. Y'all don't just schedule it and say, oh, we're going to have it next week and never even put the time in your calendar. Make sure that you're putting the time in your calendar on your schedule to make sure that you know your date night is coming up. So that is important to keep you all as a priority. Number two, decide who's in charge of planning the date night. Of course, you don't want to leave anyone in your relationship out of planning the date night, but one person may be more towards events and love scheduling things and love coordinating things. Allow that person to go ahead and use their skills and their abilities to the best of their knowledge. Like I said, definitely allow them to go ahead and do that and get the date night scheduled. But just keep in mind, whoever's scheduling the date nights, you have to talk to your partner or partners about this date night. It's not just you schedule it, you and nobody else knows what's going on. You have to, of course, let your partner or partners know what's going on as well. So like I said, it doesn't matter who, of course, is in charge of planning. If somebody, like I said before, has love to plan, love to create stuff, love to have experiences and do all these things, and that's their strength. Go ahead and utilize that strength. But just keep in mind sometimes that person may not want to, so somebody else will have to step in to, of course, schedule one as well. But like I said before, whoever's scheduling, make sure that you are telling everybody when it's going to be, where it's going to be at, and of course get their, of course, yay or nay, that kind of thing on it as well. So just keep that in mind. We don't want to have date nights that just, if I'm scheduling every week or every 2 weeks, is only what I want to do. We have to keep in mind what our partner or partners want to do as well. They may not even like to go walking in the park every single date night, but you want to. Like I said, you definitely have to take that into consideration and realize that your partner or partners may want to do other things too, besides just going walking in the park, the only things that you want to do. So let's keep that in mind. So definitely include them. Number 4, make it a special effort to get ready for date night. Of course, making sure that you're looking your best, feeling your best. It just depends on where you all are deciding to go. If you all are going somewhere casual, you're walking on a nature trail, that kind of thing, you don't want to wear heels for that. So definitely wear your tennis shoes, your t-shirt, whatever kind of leggings, whatever you're going to wear, or jeans or tennis shoes or jogging pants, whatever it is. But of course, if you're going on a date night where you all are able to dress up and wear makeup and look nice and look beautiful and sexy and all that kind of stuff for each other, then go ahead and do that. Definitely put special attention into that. Making sure that you don't have to go buy an outfit at all. I'm sure you already have clothes in your closet, or clothes that's pushed way back in the bin or back in the back of your closet that you haven't worn in years. Take that stuff out and go ahead and start wearing it. Y'all utilize the stuff that you have. Like I said, number 1, make these date nights affordable. They don't have to break your bank to go buy outfits every week and all this kind of stuff unless you have the money and the budget to do so. If not, use what you have to get the date night that you want, I guess, to put it that way. Like I said, definitely make sure that you're getting ready. Pampering, whether it's a nice bath, a nice shower, that kind of thing to make you feel good and relax. And y'all go ahead and go on out. Like I said, for the ladies and for those who like to wear makeup, definitely go ahead and put on your makeup, your eyeshadow, your lip glosses. As you see my little lip gloss, that kind of thing. Make sure that you're, of course, like I said, dialing yourself up or gentleman yourself up. If you're a guy, making sure that you, of course, have your hairbrush comb, that kind of thing. If you want to wear a tie, if you all are going out to dinner, that kind of thing, then do so. Dress in your best attire if you want to at some point. Looking like you're going to a cocktail, but you're going to like the local steakhouse. That's fine. Go ahead and have fun and enjoy with that, y'all. But like I said, definitely make sure that you're getting ready, making a special effort for your date night. Number 5. This is the big one. I know people always want to have their cell phones on the table or in the purse, is on, is beeping, and that kind of thing. Make sure that your cell phones are off for this date night. You don't want to have your date night being interrupted with phone calls or that kind of thing at all. If you have kids, if you have family that constantly call your phone, friends, let them know that you have this time blocked out for your date night and to not contact you. The only reason they should contact you is somebody is dying or somebody just had an accident on the way to dying, something along those lines. Like I said, but definitely make sure your cell phone is off, turned to off, not on the vibrate either, because you can hear it vibrating. Oh, you want to, I guess, go ahead and look in that kind of thing, because we're addicted to our phones nowadays. But like I said, definitely make sure that cell phone is off. If you're constantly picking up your cell phone, trying to see who's calling, texting, all these kind of things, that's showing your partner that you're not even interested in anything they have to say. You're not even interested in this date night. So make sure you keep that date night about you all and cut those doggone cell phones off, y'all. Number 6, most importantly, plan the conversation that you have at your date nights. You don't want to get to date nights and talking about the bills and talking about what's going on with the kids and talking about the problems you're having at work and all this kind of stuff. Make these date nights centered only for you all. Make the conversation focus only on you all, what's going on, how you're doing in your relationship, anything you want to talk about, whether it's talking about sex or fantasies or whatever it is, any kind of trip you want to take, and of course building for your future. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that you all can talk about. You're planning, you're in a relationship and you're wanting to move forward towards the future, you're setting goals together. You can use this time for that, to talk about your next family trip, or to talk about, of course, whatever kind of trip you all want to take that's a sexy trip or a good trip for you all that just only you all take as adults. Or if you're looking to, of course, buy a house in the future, talking about, of course, where you may want to go get the house, scoping out areas, you can use that for a day night as well. Like I said, if you're looking to get a house, that kind of thing, driving around with your partner, talking about the areas, talking about how much the house costs, that kind of thing, that can definitely be a great date night as well. Just don't limit yourself to the things that you normally hear people talking about, going out to dinner and doing all these things. But like I said, definitely do those things as well. But like I said, keeping that conversation not about the issues and the problems that you all are having, but keeping it about the fun things, making sure you're talking about fun stuff, joking around, laughing, that kind of thing. That's what these date nights are about, to, of course, connect you all, reconnect you all. Not, of course, push you farther apart because you got problems at work or you want to bitch about them the whole time, the whole date night, or how the food wasn't this or that. Use this date night to, of course, talk about things that you all want to see inside your relationship, to talk about things that you all want to see in your futures, to talk about things that you want to do in the bedroom. So like I said, definitely utilize these date nights for just those things only. And like I said, talking about you all, how to, of course, how you all are going to move forward, but not about the challenges and the issues that you all are having at work and with the kids and all these kind of things, because that's going to take you back into the same mind frame of this date night is all about just everybody else instead of you all. You all are the priority. Nobody else is at your date night. So let's keep that in mind. Number 7. That's the last tip for these. I guess for the this is the last tip for the date nights, y'all, for a successful date night. Child care. Making sure that you're finding child care for those who do have children. Like I said, you can definitely ask a family, a friend, or if they can, of course, watch the child or watch your children for that particular time period, so that you all can have a date night. And of course, if nobody's willing to do so, now this part you may have to spend some money on, but you can ask a neighbor, you can ask a coworker if you trust a coworker, that kind of thing, or you can rent a service like the I think it's care.com, some of those kind of services that have babysitters that can come out and watch your child or your children and that kind of thing, so that you can go out and get a breather and focus on YouTube. Like I said, hopefully you have enough family and friends and support systems that can, of course, support you in this journey, so you all can, of course, like I said, better reconnect with your date nights. Hopefully you all have that. I would say utilize that first, because most times most will not charge you. I guess I put it that way. Some may, and of course you can always ask if you all can barter some services. So if your cousin, say if your cousin agrees to watch your children, but they ask, can you bake a cake for the child's birthday or something like that, or cupcakes? Say yes and go ahead and okay, that's an even exchange. Like I said, definitely do something like that. Just barter your services. Or if you're good at doing taxes and somebody is want to charge you $50 or whatever it is to watch, I guess for them to watch your child for that 1 or 2 hours, ask them, can you do their taxes for free, and you won't have to pay for that. Neither one of those services. Like I said, it's a win-win for all. So make sure that whatever child care you found, like I said, make sure that it's a win-win for all. And if it's free, but only if it's free. If not, of course, then you have to go ahead and pay for those services. But just keep in mind that that's an investment into you all's relationship. When you are, of course, making sure you're paying for the daycare and that kind of thing, especially if you have no one or no support system wherever you all are. But like I said, definitely keep that in mind, but you have to have child care. Like I said, we can't have the kids out there with you on date night and they acting a fool and the whole date night goes towards the kids. We can't have that going on. You have to have the date nights for you all only, for the couple only. So make sure that you have child care. So I want to say thank you all for listening to these 7 tips. But I have one more thing that I want you all to do. I know you all listen to all these 7 tips for a successful date night, but I want you all to go ahead and at least in the next 2 weeks, to go ahead and get you all a date night schedule on the calendar. Like I said, definitely go ahead and get a schedule with all these tips as far as making it affordable, deciding where you're going to have it, decide who's going to, of course, schedule it and plan it, decide, of course, making sure that you're putting a special effort in to make yourself look good and feel good for this date night. Then, of course, making sure your cell phones are off at the date night. And then also making sure that you're using different conversation, focusing the conversation more towards you all, not the challenges or issues at your date night. Then, of course, finding childcare. There's no reason with all these 7 tips that you cannot go ahead and get that date night schedule in at least within the next 2 weeks. So, like I said, go ahead and get that date night on your calendar. Again, I'm Tonetta, your relationship coach and Speak Your Truth. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. And definitely, like I said, make sure that you're scheduling your date nights. This video wasn't just for you to watch and get the tips from. Well, actually, it was for you to watch and get the tips from. But I want you all to, of course, put these in action. I'm one that always takes action on everything. And those I want, of course, and those who are, of course, looking at this video, making sure that you're, of course, taking action, whether it's on this video or any other video or workshop that I have. I don't care what I'm talking about. This is about date nights. But make sure that you're taking action towards your relationship and putting that time and putting that investment in. That's what I want to hear about, and that's what I want to see with you all. So like I said, definitely put in the work and go ahead and get that date night schedule within the next 2 weeks, y'all. Today's the first day of spring. You can definitely enjoy. It's warmer weather wherever you are, I'm sure. So like I said, definitely enjoy and get that date night schedule, y'all. Take care. Bye-bye.